Hey, comment when you're here. We want to hear from you. Today I'm going to teach you 4 tips for flawless foundation. First of all, we're going to start with a primer, our Mary Kay primer. This has sunscreen in it and it basically fills in all the crevices so your foundation looks flawless and it lasts longer. So you put a little dab on your fingers like this, or you can put it on your foundation brush and you just apply it everywhere. And this actually helps even out your skin tone, and it helps your foundation to last longer so you don't have to do touch-ups throughout the day. So that's your first tip. The second tip for flawless foundation is getting a good foundation coverage, whatever your preference is. Today I'm using our Time Wise 3D Full Coverage Matte Foundation. And it's my preference because I love a full coverage. I also love matte. So it's your choice if you want a matte or a dewy look. We call that matte or luminous. The third tip is using a brush. Today I'm going to use our liquid foundation brush. This is going to give you medium coverage. Pour a little bit on top of your brush and start applying. Little strokes or circles. And this is layerable. So you can layer this with a couple layers, or you can add to it, which we'll show you in just a second. The goal is to match your neck. Okay, so there's no line. If you've noticed, I've done my eyes first, foundation second. That will help. So your eyes, you don't have any fallout underneath your eyeshadow, so you don't ever have to redo foundation. Okay, that's all that I want to do for foundation. And then the third tip, using a silky setting powder. This is our brand new setting powder and it comes in different shades of color. This one happens to be deep ivory and I'm going to use my all over brush. And I love this because it's so fine, but yet it gives you tons of coverage. So I'm going to dust a little bit onto my brush and apply this all over. It's going to give me just a little bit more coverage and set your foundation. So if you love to set your foundation, you're gonna love this. It's super soft. It gives you tons of coverage too, so you could actually use this by itself. Okay, so that's our fourth tip. So tip number 1, foundation primer. Tip number 2, pick your foundation of choice. Tip number 3, always use a brush. A brush is going to help so that you use less product, it's less bacteria, so you're not using your fingers, and it looks smoother. And tip number 4, using a setting powder along with the right brushes. Talk to your consultant about what brushes that you might need, what formula you might need for foundation, and then let us know what your favorite part of this video was.